What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we are back to United Penguin Kingdom. We have made it to the city settlement level, so we should be able to get a whole bunch of new cool stuff. Alright, so let's see here. Pure Justice is up, Great Courage is up, Great Venture is down, Extreme Motivation's up, Ace Ambition's down, Raw Knowledge is down. The funny thing is, last time we did it in the last episode, it was a little bit different attributes, but the game actually had backtracked some, so I had to catch back up to where we were. So it's slightly different attributes, but you know what? It's fine. We'll be fine. I think it's because we never actually built a library. Because last time we had the education level. Somehow this time we managed just to skip through it. I thought we had to have 3 in the bottom category in order to move to the city, but it just completely bypassed this time around. Now the shelter, it has a mating rate of low, but it allows for a lot more capacity. So, I mean, that could be important. All right, so some of these are just upgrades to previous tiers. So like the trawling dock +1 krill, that's just going to allow us to get more fish. We have a snow block upgrade that's 50 science points. So we might actually start doing some of those. I don't think we'll need the village hall. Gotta wait for us to catch some fish in order to complete our quest here. And eventually we can move out to New Island. I mean, we have the gold for it. Where would we want to expand though? Alright, so that one's like the premium tier, so we can't do that one. Do we do the one in the front? Oh, we can actually get both of these. I don't see why we wouldn't just want to buy both. So, get both of you. I mean, the killer whale is coming, but it's not like he can actually do anything, so we'll just let him into our village and get attacked. Will he survive? Killer whale attacks waterside buildings, and you should build defensive towers against them. Oh. He actually ate our thing. How rude. I didn't think he'd actually be able to destroy anything. Alright, so hold on. Did our penguin there die? Build that back up again. And we're gonna have to figure out a better defensive thing then. We'll be back very soon. Is he still going to be injured from last time though, I wonder? Alright, Marcel, get back to work. Unlock the wood recycling station. That costs 100 science points. I have 57. I mean, if we're able to get that amount of science points in 2.5 months, then we'll be good. Because we want to make sure we get enough science points to build the thing and then produce the wood in time. We postpone a month. I mean, I want more quests. You know what? Screw it. We have our top scientist slowly moving in. I don't think there's any way to boost productivity either. Let's see here. Badge rewards building in some particular build. What? I have a carousel. That should be boosting everybody's happiness. Alright, so we got 65. It's slowly ticking down. I think we might just have enough in order to unlock it. 160, 180, 120, 100, 170, and 130. Why do I feel like it's going to get to a point where they're like, oh, why don't you build some stone lamps and dress the place up some? But the good news is, since we have this new land over here, We could start building a defensive barrier around our little island here. Ooh, that's a big one. And we'll like turn this main zone into like the city hall area. Because we could have it so the houses are all over there. Small house for children, penguins, blah, blah, blah. Cooler happiness points, decoration happiness points, monthly happiness points, and resting speed. Because if we build it so we can get the coolers close enough to them, that should allow us to get everything we need to have like a boost. Alright, the killer whale's incoming. I don't understand how it destroyed our thing last time when we completely wiped it out the first time around. Shoot it! Whew. Still almost destroyed our building. That's not good. Not good at all. Alright, so hold on. So let's start... Cooler that creates ice for an area. Penguins do not lose their health when they are in the interaction area of the cooler. Cooler gives +1 happiness to houses around. But I want to have it so it's far enough away to where we can have defensive towers or the houses. I don't think they actually attack the houses now that I think about it. I think it's just for the water territories. Alright, so we have a homeless adult penguin. With the crazy music. Oh, is it just seal attack? We got this. Let's see here. We're about to build houses anyway, so he can wait. So that should allow him to get to this area a little bit quicker. So we want it. I think we want a defensive tower. A basic dome-shaped house, decoration, coolers around give extra happiness to points. We have 3 capacity, so I mean, if we get the shelter, we'll get a little bit more. How much science points do we have? We have 107, so let's go and get the wood recycling up and running. This is going to be like our industrial zone. So let's do... needs to be within line of sight of power. Connect you onto that. That'll be built in a second. We have our little ice cooler here. Now, does it show a radius? All right, so we need power. You show radius at least. I've connected there. We're waiting on our road. I don't think we have a way to destroy things, do we? Decorations of base gives +1 happiness to point to houses around. Bird statue, clock tower. Alright, so basically we're going to try to have a cooler set up with a generator. We do have 2 homeless penguins, so we're just going to have to build a normal house for now. And we'll possibly upgrade to like the shelter here in a minute. That's as far over as possible. Connect you into that road. Alright, so we'll get the meadow up and running. We should have some wood here in a second. We have half a month to produce 6 wood. might be able to just get it in time. We'll see. All right, so the cooler's range is like super small. So it would almost be better if the cooler was like built here. Hold on. We don't have a way to destroy things. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So you just hover over and click X. So we'll move our cooler like around to the corner of the houses. I think that'll work out a little bit better for us. For the time being, I'm not too worried about having defenses. So that's like on the edge of the house. So we'll place it there. Then we can come over here, dismantle the road eventually. All right, so that'll get built here in a minute. Let's put the highest priority on the house. Ooh, there's a lot of penguins now. So let's do... I know for a fact there has to be a second housing quest coming up here soon, which is why we're sort of holding off on it. Let's see, so that'll produce 3. I mean, worst case scenario, we just have to tear down the cooler and move it again. That might just be far enough out the way, though, to where it doesn't look too bad, so we'll just keep it there. Lodge is going to be built here in a second. Let's do you. The rest of our penguins are going to take forever to get there. But I don't think we're actually able to get rid of roads, are we? Oh, we are. Nice. All right. So we can just get rid of you. This will just be to make the place look better, honestly. And the cooler, we found a way to make it better, so we'll get rid of you. We'll have 1 defensive post inside this area because I don't think we actually need it, but... Ooh. Hold on, so we want the fun because that has to be close to the buildings too. And it has to be within the power radius. So I think right here would be 2. Or we could do it like... We'll try to do it like right there. That way they have access to both the houses being upgraded, and that should give us just enough room. Trade Center, 100 science points. We got 83, so we should be able to do that. So we should be able to squeeze in like the ice rink right next to it, which has a much wider radius. Whew. I don't hear too much about the power because we can always, you know, build another solar tree. The real question though is, does it have to be like right inside the house, or is it as long as it's touching the tile? I mean, theoretically that should be covering it. Build it there and see what happens. Install 4 homeless penguins. Our trade center is almost up and running. We're producing plenty of wood. Alright, so we're at 96. We need highest priority for the houses around here. Let's get some roads up just in case. Maybe that'll speed the people up a little bit. Alright, so we got all that adequate. Yeah, we're working on it. As soon as our penguins start actually building, we'll be good. All right, so we have one homeless penguin. We need a, what was it, trade center? Yeah. Trade center up and running. Come down around over here and build the trade center. I mean, for now, we'll just stick you here. We're running out of room on this one island, but eventually we're going to move all of our houses over to our side island over here, which should get all the housing bonuses and stuff. We do need one more house though. All right, so that'll be up and running. We'll eventually get all the stuff built around here. Trade center will be built. Well, we got plenty of time for the trade center. We'll get the houses built first, that way the people don't start dying. And then we'll focus on the trade center. Oh, someone died of old age, so we have room. All right, so these houses will be built. I'm really curious to see if this cooler counts as like an active bonus here. Let's see here, +1 to the cooler. All right, so it does tell you decoration happiness bonus points. We don't have any yet because we're still waiting on stuff to get built. I don't think we have room for another house right there on the corner. What could we put there though? I mean, eventually we're going to upgrade to like solar panels and stuff like that. Better coolers. Each visit brings 2 happiness points. When spirituality is empty, the place can be blah blah. Interaction area, generator, active cooler. But the thing is, does it need to be next to a house is what I'm wondering. Size 30 students. Penguins reach until 50% education level. It doesn't say anything about needing to be next to a house in order to increase the bonus. Like this stuff says it's going to increase the happiness. So I don't think that'll be too important. I think it's mostly just decoration. I don't know what to tell you, Penguin. I set this house to build a long time ago, and no one actually wants to build you a home. I suggest you going over there and building it as quickly as possible. Ooh. We'll get someone hooked up in our trade center. Annual support penguin. The king of the United Penguin Kingdom has sent 80 gold as your annual support payment. The gold amount is calculated by your considered reputation. Nice. Oh, these things are probably going to get all destroyed. Seems like it's always coming from the exact same side, too. All right, come on, tower. Go. Nice. Killer whale has been slayed. I think as long as it attacks our trawling dock, we're good. If it attacks the herb collector, it's too far away from our second defensive tower. So we definitely want at least 2 towers next to our water area. Build a city hall. See, now I feel like the city hall probably would be good like on this island since it seems to be like a centralized spot. But for now, everything's so crowded and we need to eventually move the houses over to this area. And we need to get this guy actually, you know, proper living house. So let's do some power up in here. I think we're going to have to build it right on the edge because it's too far away. We're built it here. But if we put it right here, it'll be fine. Yeah, we'll just have to build it there. Kind of an eyesore. I was hoping to keep this a little bit more of a like open area. That's fine. Get the road into those. Both of you will get power here in a minute. But this is highest priority. That way that guy gets a house to live in. There are not enough schools in the settlement. All right, so hold on. So we need City Hall, 120 points. We still have quite a ways away. Let's do workers. Let's just get everybody up and running. That way we can get the maximum amount of food. Housing and everything will be settled here in a minute, as soon as our generator gets built. Now, another thing we could do is start building like a defensive area and like move all of our fishing stuff to this island. So, I mean, we only have a couple things here. And that might be our best bet if we just start working on a defensive post. We have plenty of resources for it. Cookhouse, pharmacy, herb collector, medicine producer, squid farm. So, I mean, we don't really have that much defenses yet. Eventually we get an ice cannon tower? That sounds super cool. Alright, so hold on. So let's start. We want to have like maximum range, so probably like right there. We want a lot of overlapping too. Well, if we just build those two, should be fine for now. We got the housing situation, so that's done. Still need to wait on 120 science points so we can move on to the next stage. So if we built a third one, so it's sort of in between both, I think that'll work out for us. We have another homeless penguin. Alright, so do you have cooler happiness points? Alright, so even though you're like touching the zone, it does not count for you. So we need a second cooler. Which is fine since we got more houses that we're gonna have to build anyways, so that'd be under energy and coolers. Let's see. I mean, the problem is I don't want it to block the road. Because I think it just aesthetically, it looks bad having it like that, but we might have to in order to have it placed in a decent spot. Are we able to build like here though? So we did that. I mean, yeah, that would work. It's not exactly what I was wanting. But that'll at least get us the cooler bonus. Hopefully that's far enough inside the zone for another house. I think it is. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so road. Connect you into that. Alright, so that's built. Cooler should eventually get up and running. It looks like it's touching the zone of where the house is built, so I think we're fine. They got a long way to actually get to their house, but I think it's going to work okay. All right, so we got another one died of old age. What would we City Hall? All right, so that'd be you. Oh, 120. This is going to be a close one. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it in time. All right, so we got our defensive towers slowly start being built. We'll worry about those later. This whole 120 thing is going to be a little bit of an issue. I think we might just have enough time and then we can have it on highest priority to get built. As long as we can, well, we'll just build it over here next to this power. That'll be fine. I don't think that they're going to come over and attack our houses here. So we're building it on the edge, which should be fine. All right, so we're at 111. So we're slowly moving up here. Building a second science center might actually come in handy though. So I think that might be the next thing on our list. It doesn't say that we're not able to. So we'll just build like 2 or 3 of them. Alright, so we made it to 120. Let's get the city hall up and running. And this is going to have to be a highest priority thing to actually get the quest complete. City hall, it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but you know what? It's fine. Alright, you, highest priority. Get this built, man. We'll eventually move out to this side, so I would like to eventually like get rid of all of our regular housing here, have the city hall like in the middle of the town and have like defensive areas all around this area. Okay, so that's just a bonus that was there and now it's expired. And have basically this is just like our main city area. This is going to be mostly our living quarters. It looks like we don't really have that much room to build houses though, so we'll probably have to move out quite frequently to bigger areas. Eventually, we got to start learning towards this second house, wherever you are. Shelter. I think this is going to be our next goal. This is a 3x3 though. What was the original house at? Do we have that as an option? Looks like it was a default thing, so we'll have to see. Hopefully, it's the same size. City hall is still being built. We have a limited amount of time here. Wood. We got plenty of wood. Get over here. Nice. This is going to be like super close. Yeah. We hear you about the schools. Just give us a minute. We are barely about to complete this quest, hopefully. Ticking down. And in the nick of time, we were able to do it. Alright. Hold on. Before we get this house, or school built rather, let's build this house so this dude has a home. And then we'll get you your school, since you keep begging for one. Let's see here. Community school. Plus this original island got like so crowded. We can have this as like our industrial zone. So we're going to have like the schools, everything else inside of this area. We'll have the housing up in like this zone. The fishing is going to be in this top right area. Which means we want more defenses up here. We got 3. I think that'll be good because then we'll have the fishing in between the 2 of these guys and we'll have the newcomer ramp like over here on the left side. Exploration Center, 130. 3 months. See, now this is where I'm not sure if we're supposed to be postponing soon or not because we are like super close to failing some of these quests because it takes so long for science points. We'll build another science center. Alright, so we just need to be next to a generator or active cooler. So, I mean, technically we could put it up here. Let's do... put it here for now. Sort of blocking the bridge, but you know what? It's fine. Let's put this as highest priority, get that built. We have a second house, so everyone should be good. We have another person dying, so everyone's sort of moving up in the ages here. You know, I don't think anything's actually ever touched this fishing dock over on the inside of the island. We'll get the herb collector and the trawling dock over like inside of this area now that we have 3 towers, and that should give them decent protection compared to what they have now. Speaking of that, it looks like it's about to get destroyed. Because because we only have one tower defending on this side, so it's just not enough to get rid of this whale. All right, we'll put a brand new worker, 26% productivity. That's pretty good. And you know what? Since it got destroyed, we may as well just build it up top where we were wanting it. What was the... All right, so we got the trawling dock. We have the newcomer ramp. It was the herb collector. Let's see. So if we can put it as close to possible, or do we want it like... Well, if we do it as close as possible, we'll be able to have like everything right next to each other. So I think that'll be best. We'll get you up and running, and we're also going to need a wind turbine. So get all that connected. So we'll get you. Now, do we just connect it all the way over to the city? Something like that? Because now we have a road there. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I don't know if the roads block any building. Like, should we go up and around? Let's see. Or we could do something like that and then just connect it in here. I think that'll be fine. So we'll get the tower up and running, and that's going to be a high priority. Worker. Ooh. Okay, so as soon as we get the penguins to build stuff, we should be good. I think we have plenty of adults now that we have so many coming in here. Build quicker, men. All right, there we go. So get everyone up and running. Killer whale has been slain. All right, so we have 2 towers up and running right next to the herb collector. This guy, he was sort of naturally protected by 2 of the towers anyway, so it sort of worked out for us. Garbage collector never seems to get attacked, so we're just going to keep the stuff here, and whenever it eventually gets attacked, we'll move it up to the top area. This tower, we're not actually going to need to use anything for a while, since nothing's over in the right side, so we should be good there. Exploration center. 130. Sure, why not? And let's see here. So would that be under technology and defenses? Ooh, okay. So this is going to be another thing. Needs protected. Interesting. So it needs to be a little bit further in the water compared to other stuff. And we'll connect the road like that, or should we do straight ahead? Let's do straight ahead. We'll connect the solar power like that. I don't think this actually requires any maintenance at all, so I'm not sure why we need roads to the solar panels, but may as well. We got 2 there. This guy is just outside the range, so we can't really do much to protect it. Now, snow blocks make this ice spears, so eventually upgrading the snow blocks is going to be important. But that's going to be it for today, guys. If you guys are enjoying, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.